Hello, my name is Kate Mertz. I'm an Assistant Director at the Harvard Kennedy School Government Performance Lab, or GPL, and I'm pleased to provide you with an overview of the City Data Alliance Procurement Excellence track. Before we jump in here, I want to paint a mental picture of what procurement commonly looks like in cities we work with. Let's see if any of this feels familiar. Procurement is a long, cumbersome process. It takes forever to buy things, even things like copy paper and pencils that your city buys over and over again. Even vendors don't want to go through your procurement process. A lot of contracts go to the same folks year after year. You might feel like your contractors are just checking the boxes. You don't have any data about whether services are really improving things for your residents. Or finally, you may have noticed equity challenges with your city services. Maybe in whiter, higher income neighborhoods, their trash is more likely to be picked up on time, or their burnt out streetlights are replaced faster, compared to other areas of the city. We know how overwhelming and intractable these problems feel when procurement systems have been the way they are for decades. But we're here to tell you that procurement doesn't have to be like this. There is another way. At the GPL, we help cities transform procurement to be excellent. We think procurement excellence means four things. Procurement that is efficient, in addition to being fair, procurement that's focused on results, procurement that's equitable, and procurement that is strategic. Let's talk a little more about these four pillars of procurement excellence and what outcomes you could expect from working with the GPL to tackle these issues in the procurement track. First, by participating in the track, your city's cumbersome or slow procurement process can become faster, easier, and more transparent. For example, in the GPL's work in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we mapped out the procurement process, identified the pain points that were sucking up a lot of time and effort, and addressed those by doing things like consolidating required forms and making it possible for vendors to register online instead of in person or on paper. Thanks to these changes, procurement in Tulsa is happening almost a month faster than it was before. Second, by participating in the procurement track, you can reorient your contracts to be focused on results. This means RFPs with outcome goals and performance metrics and a plan for managing the contract to make sure services are improving things for residents. In Lansing, Michigan, the GPL helped the city improve its Children's Savings Account program to help public school kids save for college. We set the city up to review account balance data across different schools, grades, and racial groups together with the contractors running this program. And over the next 6 months, the fundraising deposits into those student accounts almost doubled from the previous year, setting more kids up for success after graduation. Third, by participating in the procurement track, you can make progress on procurement equity in two ways. First, by enabling more diverse businesses to get city contracts by making the process less complicated and by doing outreach to those businesses. And second, by examining and improving how city services are delivered across your city. For example, in the GPL's work in Asheville, North Carolina, we worked with the city to take a look at how it was prioritizing which streets needed to be repaved first. And in addition to accounting for how busy the street was and how old the pavement was, also including neighborhood demographic variables to make sure that lower income communities of color have streets that are in good condition. Finally, participating in this track will help you elevate procurement as a core strategic function to help achieve your administration's goals, rather than a transactional back office. This means identifying those RFPs that align with your priorities and doing thoughtful planning and adequate resourcing to make these contracts successful. For example, in the GPL's work in Glendale, Arizona, we helped create an annual process for department leaders to come together and identify the city's highest priority contracts that needed attention. We then formed a cross-departmental team that would work on improving these contracts and writing new RFPs for them. This team even made custom matching t-shirts, and this is now a process the city repeats every year to make sure that the city's highest priority services get the attention they deserve. So if you're interested in digging in with us to leverage procurement to improve your city, here's what you can expect in the procurement track. We'll spend some time up front helping you get clear on your procurement challenges with diagnostics like process mapping, interviews, and data analysis. Then we'll narrow in on a specific procurement challenge. We'll work with you to design and pilot a solution to that challenge, as well as a plan for scaling that solution to create broader change across your city. Throughout the track, we'll work closely with your staff to build the muscle for this type of work and to change the culture around procurement in your city. In addition to our one-on-one support, you'll also get to discuss your challenges and progress with other cities in the procurement track, building your network of peer innovators. There are a few logistical requirements for participating in the procurement track, so if you're interested, we encourage you to review these. As a next step, we would love to have a conversation with you about your city's procurement challenges and how the GPL can help. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope to be in touch to help transform procurement in your city to be excellent.